All right, hello everybody. This video is about how to call pitches using a grid style pitch card. Obviously we're going to use pitch caller here to generate the card, but I want to talk a little bit about how to actually call pitches using that style of card. You may remember if you got to watch the how to use the pitch caller video that you need to be able to set up the pitches for the card. You need to be able to, like we've gotten here, I've got 3 pitches. I'm going to go ahead and just add a 4th here and hit OK. You may remember that also that you need to select a style, and this obviously video is about the grid style. And so a couple of other reminders. The shuffle cells means that the grid style is going to be shuffled every time you click view or every time you click email. The column starting number, row starting number, and increment number all are properties related to the codes that are generated that you use to call pitches with. Okay, so once you've got these things set up, and I'm going to make sure that our column number or starting number is at 10, the row starting number is left at 1, and the increment number we're going to leave at 1 as well, just for the sake of discussion right now. We will come back and tweak those later, but let's go ahead and click view. We're going to generate a grid style pitch card. All right, here we are. Now you may remember that the first page is the pitch card itself, and the second page is the coach's key. Okay. Now the only reason I have one pitch card on this big blank sheet of paper is that unfortunately Android would not let me have duplicate copies because it would create a distinct, unique pitch card for each copy. So anyway, to make a long story short, I just had to stick with this one copy on this one piece of page. But that's all right. You can print out, because it's a PDF file, you can print out as many copies as you need for as many pitchers and catchers that you have on your team. Some teams, I understand, even will give the pitch card to infielders so that they know a changeup is coming, and they may expect a batter to pull the ball, and they may give the third baseman a heads up, etc. So obviously that's up to you guys. How many ever copies you need to print, you can print. So I'm going to zoom in here for a little bit on the pitch card itself. And again, this is the pitch card that the pitcher and catcher are going to have on their wrist. And what you are going to do as a coach is that you are going to call your pitch. And you're going to use the coach's key to do that. And just a few reminders. You'll see here that we have 4 pitches on the coach's key. All right, so the 4 pitches are changeup, fastball, drop ball, and curveball. Obviously, we selected that before we generated. Each pitch has a location, and there's obviously 5 locations. Then the location of the combination, remember the combination between changeup and the location of the pitch, that combination is described here in this code. And so the card locations are really what the coach is going to be yelling out to his pitcher and catcher. So let's do a fastball that's high and inside. All right, so you'll see right here, fastball, high and inside. That pitch is located on 3 separate locations on the pitch card. So that gives you the ability to call that pitch using 3 distinct codes. Okay, again, making it very difficult for the opponent to kind of figure out what's going on. So let's go back and look at 14, let's go down to 11-2, fastball, high and inside. We're going to use 11-2 as our code. And when we come up here and look at this, all right, so here's column 11, row 2. You'll go down, fastball, high and inside. That's what the catcher and pitcher are going to see. That's why the abbreviations in the pitch catalog and location catalog are very important. Some people may want to go with a traditional location number as their abbreviation. That's great. You can do whatever you guys like, whatever you're comfortable with. It would be, in this case, a fastball -4, or yeah, fastball -4 in my daughter's softball team. For example, they use traditional numbers to indicate the location of the pitch. And I'm going to show you how you can customize that here in just a second. That's really all you need to do. Some other characteristics or properties, let's say you want to change up how your codes look, what you're calling out, hollering. Maybe you just want to change up because you've played the same team multiple times in the season, multiple times at different tournaments, whatnot. You can come back to pitch caller. You can come down to, say, column starting number. And again, you can set this to whatever you want. We'll just set it to 5. Hit OK. And let's do something a little bit different. Let's set our increment to 2. Hit OK. And let's go ahead and make a change to our locations. Now, in this example that I talked about just a little bit earlier, let's click on low and inside. Let's change that abbreviation to a location code of 1. Okay, hit OK. You'll see a change here in the screen. Then I'm going to change this to a location code of 2, and that's the abbreviation. And then I'm going to come up here to and I hit OK. And let's go ahead and change 4. Oops. Hit OK. And let's do 5 here. Hit OK. All right, now that's a very traditional location code that's used by multiple teams that I've watched and seen play. Okay, so now let's go back to our pitch card. We're going to click on View. We're going to take a look at this pitch card. Now I'm going to zoom up on it. Alright, some things you'll notice. The column starting number starts with the number 5, and then it increments by 2 on out. So it completely changes what your codes look like. The row is incremented by 2 as well. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, etc. What that does is change the codes that you're going to be yelling out to your pitcher and catcher. Okay, so let's go with our let's do a drop ball, and a drop ball is traditionally low and outside. And we're going to go look at code 7-1. Oops. Zoom back in here. Let's do a drop ball that's low and outside, code 7-1. Alright, well, let's go ahead and look at 15-5 just for fun. We're going to look at 15-5. Okay, you're going to the coach is going to yell out 15-5. Pitcher catcher going to look at 15, go down to row 5, and they're going to see a drop ball in location 2. Drop ball in location 2. That's location 2 would have to be understood by your pitcher and catcher as low and outside. Okay, so that gives you a real indication of, you know, the various ways that you can mix up your column numbers, your row numbers. Just to give a fresh look at the codes that you're yelling out. Okay. Now again, shuffle cells. That allows you. Again, I'm going to click it. When I run that, when I click it, it reshuffles the cards. So that means you have a brand new pitch card. Okay. And because we didn't change row numbers, column numbers, etc., they're the same, but the shuffle cells changes every single cell and completely scrambles it. Of course, that updates the coach's key down here, and your drop ball, low and outside, has new codes right here, all new codes. Okay, that's it. That's really it is really that customizable, that easy to use to create a grid style pitch card. The last thing I'm going to talk about is this date and time. This date and time is very important. The last thing you want to do as a coach or a player is hand out multiple pitch cards that are completely mixed up from one day to another day. So the thing that you have to do is make sure that the coach, pitcher, catcher, anybody that has the pitch card, you need to have a pitch card and a coach's key that have the exact same date and time. That date timestamp tells you when this pitch card was created, when it was generated. Okay. Obviously, you cannot have people on different cards, or you'll have a nightmare. So anyway, that's a very simple, straightforward feature of Pitch Caller. Very important though. Okay, that's it.